Boys and girls, our book for the day is called Jesus is Risen. And this is a fun pop-up book that tells us what happens from Easter until Pentecost. This is a season of the church year called Easter. And it's not just one Sunday. This tells us all the major events and the way in which Jesus appeared to the disciples at different times after he rose from the dead. This includes when he ascended into heaven, which is what we are celebrating today on Ascension Sunday. But it tells us all the things that we believe in, and it's so very important for our faith. So I hope you enjoy this book today. Jesus is risen. It had been 3 days since Jesus died on a cross, and his friends were sad. They missed him. That morning, 2 women brought spices to the place where Jesus was buried, but the stone in front of the tomb was rolled away. Inside, a man dressed in dazzling white clothes greeted them. Where was Jesus? "Don't be afraid," the angel said. "You are looking for Jesus, but he has risen and is no longer here." The angel pointed to the place where Jesus had been laid. "Look for yourselves," the angel said. "Now go and tell the other disciples." The women were amazed by what the angel had told them. They ran as fast as they could to the disciples. Suddenly, a man appeared. It was Jesus. "Greetings, my friends," he said. "Teacher!" The women were amazed. Jesus was alive and standing in front of them. The disciples were hiding inside a locked room, scared and uncertain. Jesus appeared among them and said, "Peace be with you." At first, the disciples thought they were seeing a ghost, but Jesus assured them it was him. "Come, touch my hands, hear my voice, see that this is your friend." Jesus appeared again as Peter, and some of the disciples were out fishing. At first, they didn't recognize him, but as the other disciples were pulling up the heavy net full of fish, Peter realized it was Jesus, and he jumped into the water. Once they were on shore, they all had breakfast together. Fish, of course. Jesus took the disciples to a mountaintop. He told them, "Go and tell this story to everyone you meet. Baptize them, teach them, and remember I am always with you." Then Jesus rose up into the air and ascended into heaven. A few days later, the disciples were all together. Suddenly there came a rushing, mighty wind. It filled the entire house. Little tongues of fire appeared over each person's head, and all the disciples were filled with the Holy Spirit. They began speaking in different languages they'd never spoken before. All of them talking about God together. Now they were ready to go to the whole world to tell them the good news about Jesus.